Some demons fade into the shadows of history, but the remainder of their horror lingers. The decade of the 2000s was packed with spine-chilling horror movies. They have introduced us to new horizons of horror, while films like Final Destination and Scream became popular all over the world. There are some that have been forgotten with time. In today's video, we have compiled a list of 10 forgotten demonic entities from 2000's horror. Marvelous Video brings exciting content every day. Kindly click the like and subscribe buttons to support our channel. Now, join us as we reawaken the demonic entities with terrifying stories to tell. Kagutaba The Curse, 2005. The prime antagonist from the Japanese horror mystery movie Noroi the Curse, released in 2005, is Kagutaba. A band of sorcerers from the West developed Shimokage's Way, a unique sorcery type. One of the spells developed in this sorcery was the Kagutaba method. This spell is deadly and was sent to the person opposing these sorcerers. The entity that rose from the spell was named Kagutaba. The entity began doing things of its own, disobeying the instructions given by the sorcerer. Thus, the sorcerers caged Kagutaba. Since the incident, a ritual must be performed yearly to calm the entity. However, in 1978, the village was destroyed to build a dam, and this ritual stopped. This is believed to anger Kagutaba, and soon, its powers increased, where it possessed Junko Ishii, forcing her to follow its command. Kagutaba's horror and disgusting acts make the film memorable. The Lamia, Drag Me to Hell, 2009. The antagonist of the 2009 film, Drag Me to Hell, is a powerful demon. Lamia, evil sorcerers, witches, and gypsies, can summon the Lamia to punish the people who have wronged them. After haunting its victims for 3 days, it finally appears and drags them into hell. Described as the most feared of all demons, Lamia is definitely a great choice for this list. The Lamia is a sadist, extremely violent, aggressive, perverted, and deceitful entity. The powerful monster can alter reality. It can create horrific illusions to torment its victim. The Lamia can also possess people and animals. Lamia uses a cursed personal item of its victim to track them down. It opens a portal that leads to hell, where it drags its victims after 3 days and nights. The Lamia can animate its own shadow and modify electric devices to its will. The wide range of powers Lamia possesses makes it one of the most terrifying monsters from the 2000s. Jumby the Dick, The Unborn, 2009. The Unborn, released in 2009, is an American supernatural horror thriller film that shows the Dybbuk as a ghost. This wandering, malicious spirit causes a person to fulfill his goal by using that person as a vessel. Casey Belden experiences strange hallucinations of weird dogs in her neighborhood, and an evil child follows her. In a bizarre incident, the boy she is babysitting attacks her, leaving her shell-shocked. Things get more tragically dramatic as Casey's eye color starts changing. Casey's father unravels a secret that she had a twin brother who died in his mother's womb. Casey's parents had nicknamed their unborn son Jumby. Casey begins to believe that her dead twin's spirit is haunting her and wants to be born to enter the mortal world as an evil entity. Casey's grandmother explains that a Dybbuk wants to use Casey's brother as a portal into the human world. The Dybbuk grows stronger and starts killing everyone after losing her loved ones. Casey finally gets rid of the Dybbuk. When she wonders why the Dybbuk chose to haunt her now and not earlier, she finds out the reason is that she is pregnant with twins. Matilda Dixon, The Tooth Fairy, Darkness Falls, 2003. Darkness Falls is a supernatural horror film released in 2003. Matilda Dixon, sometimes known as the Tooth Fairy, is an undead. Anyone who sees her while collecting a child's last baby teeth becomes her victim. The Tooth Fairy's origin is traced back 150 years ago. Matilda Dixon was a lonely widow, but the town's children liked her. Matilda offered the children a gold coin in exchange for their fallen tooth. It earned her the name, the Tooth Fairy. In a fire at her home, Matilda got burned. Her face was deformed, and she became sensitive to light. To hide her burnt face and avoid light, Matilda wore a porcelain mask and stepped out only at night. Her situation made the townspeople suspicious of her. When 2 children went missing from the town, Matilda was their obvious suspect. They punished her by hanging her and removing her mask, exposing her burnt face to the light. Tortured and betrayed, Matilda burned in a fire. Vengeance against the people of Darkness Fall and put a curse on the town. The townspeople realized their mistake when the missing children returned without harm, but it was too late. They buried the woman's body. Since then, her evil spirit visited the children in Darkness Falls to collect their last baby tooth, and if somebody witnesses her during her visit, they become her target. Matilda is still vulnerable to light and moves only in shadows and dark. Matilda is unique from other demonic entities in that she was not evil initially, but her vengeance turned into one. Legion, 5 Girls, 2006. The story of 5 Girls, a Canadian horror film released in 2006, begins at a Catholic boarding school for girls a student named Elizabeth, vanishes without a trace after getting attacked by invisible evil forces. The school is shut down but reopens 5 years later with a new strict headmistress, Miss Pierce. 5 troubled girls enter the school, and 2 of them break the rule and enter the 3rd floor, from where Elizabeth had disappeared. One of the 5 girls takes the blame, but then starts having strange visions about Elizabeth being possessed by a demon. Eventually, it is revealed that all the 5 girls have supernatural gifts. The monster haunting the school is Legion. The entity possesses and torments the 5 girls while they try to save their lives. On a dramatic note, it turns out that Miss Pierce is Elizabeth's sister. She has made a deal with the Legion to save her sister's life by sacrificing these 5 girls. Mammon Constantine, 2005. The film Constantine, released in 2005, is based on the Vertigo comic book series Hellblazer. Mammon is the secondary antagonist in the action horror film. Mammon is Lucifer's son, who wants to bring hell to earth with the aid of the archangel Gabriel. He wants to rule hell against his father's will. Born in hell, Mammon grows up witnessing the brutality and terror inflicted by his father and ruler of hell, Lucifer. Mammon always lives under Lucifer's shadow and hates it. Mammon is exactly like Lucifer and enjoys tormenting the unfortunate souls of the fallen and forcing people to act against their will. Mammon possesses a homeless Mexican man, Manuel, who uses him as his vessel. Mammon tortures and haunts a woman with a psychic ability, Isabel Dotson, to the point where she goes insane and kills herself. Now, her soul is trapped in hell, which is the first step of Mammon's grand scheme to fulfill his goal. Mammon tries to enter Earth using Isabella's sister, Angela, who has the same powers as Isabella. Archangel Gabriel helps Mammon get at Angela and free Mammon, but the movie's protagonist, Constantine, intervenes at the right time. He summons Lucifer and informs him of Mammon's plan. Lucifer punishes Gabriel for backstabbing by burning his wing and turning him into a human, while he sends Mammon back to hell. Although Mammon fails in his plan, the demon undoubtedly knows how to impose terror. Malachi and the Darkness, Solomon Kane, 2009. Malachi, the prime antagonist of the 2009 film Solomon Kane, is a tyrant and an evil sorcerer. He is a servant of Satan and created a force of the undead to sacrifice the entire world to Satan. Malachi forges a deal with the devil and begins killing people. He turns Solomon Kane's brother, Marcus, into a ghoul named Masked Rider, making him the second in command. Malachi terrorized kingdoms using his ghoul army, killed and abducted people, forced them into slavery, corrupted them, and turned many of them into his army. Those who posed resistance to his advances were crucified. Solomon stood against Malachi, killed many of his followers, and saved many of his slaves. Solomon has to kill his undead brother and then sacrifice himself to close the portal leading to hell. However, Solomon managed to redeem himself in the end. The Djin, Wishmaster, the prophecy fulfilled, 2002. The Djin appears as a villain in the final installment of the Wishmaster franchise. The unholy demon wants to free his brethren and win Earth. Lisa Burnley frees Djin, and he develops an affection for her. The Djin learns about love and human carnal desires. While he develops intense feelings for Lisa, he wants her to accept him for who he is, but without any love spell. This Djin from Wishmaster Prophecy Fulfilled is more honorable and pleasant than the previous ones. However, he also desires to push humanity into an apocalypse and kill innocent people. Lisa wakes the Djin while seeking justice against a motorcycle company for manufacturing a faulty part that caused a severe accident. Her boyfriend Sam broke his legs in that accident. The Djin takes the identity of Steven, Lisa's lawyer, after compelling him to commit suicide. The Djin grants Lisa the wish to win the lawsuit against the company. He then fulfills her second wish and heals Sam's leg. However, he heals them just enough so Sam can walk, but has to bear immense pain. Meanwhile, the Djin starts adoring Lisa and learns about romance and love. He tricks Lisa and fulfills his carnal desire, manifesting his true form. The Djin offers her the chance to rule the world by his side and live in a paradise he will create only for her. Sam arrives and asks for the third wish, which the Djin fulfills. He gives Sam an angelic sword but injures him seriously. Lisa tricks the Djin, and Sam takes that opportunity to stab him with the heavenly sword. Although Sam manages to kill the demonic Djin, he too loses his life. The Creeper, Jeepers Creeper, 2001. The Creeper is an ancient demonic creature from the 2001 horror film Jeepers Creepers. He feeds on humans for 23 days every 23rd year in spring. The Creeper wears a worn-out black trench coat and a hat to disguise himself. It also has white hair, dark, reptilian, green-colored skin, and yellow fang. A thin membrane links a string of finger-like appendages around the top of its head. These appendages flare out when the Creeper gets excited or agitated. It cannot speak, but whistles the tunes of the farmer in the dell, and its favorite, Jeepers Creeper. The Creeper carries fragments of its victims' souls inside its body. Throughout history, the Creeper has committed many crimes like mass killing, annihilating entire civilizations, and human sacrifice. The Creeper enjoys playing with its victims before killing them. The demonic entity is extremely violent and ruthless. It also shows human intelligence and emotions. The Creeper uses various weapons to hunt down his victims and uses intricate symbols and design. In designing these weapons, the guns he constructs move on their own. In the third film, the Creeper seems to possess the ability of telekinesis and commands his truck to move according to his will. The Creeper is physically powerful and agile. He also has 2 large and strong wings that he uses to fly. It also uses a modified truck to store and transport the bodies of its victims. Its intelligence is evident in its discovery of a way to preserve human bodies for centuries, preventing their decay. The Creeper is definitely one of the most intelligent and shrewd demonic entities from the 2000s. Marvelous verdict. Though the memories of these demonic entities have faded with time, their legacy of inflicting pain and horror remains alive. The 2000s saw a revolution in the horror genre, where experiments were carried out by intertwining Eastern and Western mythologies, bringing unique demonic characters that showcased immense creativity. So, that's all for today's video. We hope you enjoyed it. Let us know your favorite demonic entity from the 2000s era, and also share other names you think should have made it into the list. And we'll see you in the next one.